Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here, back in the book. I'm still wrapping up the third parable, so we got a nice little lesson coming for you. Get comfortable, get your popcorn, because I got a nice little lesson for you. Let's go. Right is it. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I want it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, yep, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Mm-hmm. Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself to that, I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right? Thinkers know thyself. And two, my eye be true. We wrapping up. This gonna be a couple of pages of information. I ain't gonna stop everyone, so I'm trying to run through it to get it all in. But this is a good lesson ending up the third parable about controlling one's mind. Right thinkers, when you hear the phrase spiritual aspirants, that's us. Right thinkers, we are spiritual aspirants. God is spirit. We aspire to get to God. That's what they use the philosophy for. I just call us right thinkers because we got it going by my philosophy, but the program is the same. All right, let's rock. So, spiritual aspirants, aka right thinkers, learns to understand the hollowness of the material world. That's the first thing. It's all mental in the mind. Okay, the universe is mind. All is mental. All right, but understand the hollowness of this world of what emotions and futility of worry, pleasure seeking, wealth, fame and fortune, and sentimental, egoistic values of society and popular culture. These are all materialistic things that everybody aspires for. Not many people aspire for what? Spiritual aspiration. They want physical. We live in a materialistic world and it's still not real, but we think it is. So we end up chasing what they call a mirage. A mirage is something that look like, act like, but all of a sudden it ain't what you thought it was. Mirage. Okay. But if you're a spiritual aspirant or a right thinker, a spiritual aspirant is not caught up in them, nor does a aspirant indulge, right thinker, in expectations and desires that's based on the illusions of the physical world. I've got a lesson for you coming up. Spiritual intercourse. That's when two people who are spiritually inclined meet at that level of what? Spirituality, telepathy, mental, whatever, vibration, however you want to look at it. But we used to do that on a regular basis. It's God's gifts. If they're not being used, they would be taken away. If you didn't use what he give you, you don't need it. Okay, you figure you don't need it, so he don't give it to you. So, but instead, a right thinker pursues what? Reason and truth. Right there. And impure thoughts may not necessarily be evil thoughts. But what you mean? No, no. The impure thought is just the ignorance of who you are, and you're going to think a bunch of nonsense. Watch this. They can be based on ignorance alone, even if their outcome appears to be evil, it's still ignorance. But the root cause of your impurity in your mind is ignorance of your higher self, aka God. You got two things. Atheist, you got a theist and an atheist. A theist, a believer in God. Atheist don't believe in God. But the atheist can still live right, do right, and still be blessed by God that he don't even believe exists. God don't care what he believes. See, if just like he don't care about an atheist, don't believe in him, but getting blessed by him because he's doing good works. What do you think he feel about all y'all who claim him and don't do the work to be blessed? Think about that one. I don't care what you claim, be good or bad. Your actions is what God recognizes. That's the whole concept. But let me give you a quick example of an impure thought. An impure thought may be, okay, you talking about this is not good. I am alone in this world. That's an atheist. Right there. That philosophy, if you thinking you're alone in the world, you're atheist. That means you don't believe in God. I don't walk alone. When I was ignorant, I thought, yeah, okay. But now I don't worry about that. Moving on. I'm a theist. A philosophical, conceptual theist. Why? I ain't just blindly believing nothing. I'm gonna check it out, and I checked it. It's okay. It passed. Why? The people who use it show me. I ain't got to find out. I can look. I see a bunch of y'all who claim it don't do a damn thing to make that look good. But the people I fellowship with, they make that book look real good. That's the difference. Moving on. But again, if you are ignorant, this is how you're thinking. I'm alone in this world. Nobody cares for me. He need God in his own or her own time. That may change. See, you can believe. Belief is just that belief. When you get substantial proof, you ain't got to believe you know for a fact. Simple as that. So everybody got the right to believe what they want, and they'll find the truth in their own time. That's what it's all about. They care. Nobody cares about me. I am a miserable human being. Oh, I'm a wretch. Remember that? What's that? What God saved the rest like me. Okay. When you know you're doing wrong, just stop. If you know it ain't good, don't do it. Don't do it and then, oh Lord, I'm sorry. That's Monday morning quarterbacking at its best. And see, God is cool. I ain't God. I ain't cool. I don't condone that. Not that's the dumbest thing I ever gone. Why? You don't get nothing out of that. Oh yeah. Oh, thinking less of yourself. Okay, I'm a miserable human being. I'm a wretch, and what? And there may be a God, but He doesn't care about me. Right there. For all y'all who claim y'all God's chosen people, how? Why? God recognized those who would be obedient to him, worship and do his bidding. I ain't claiming to be Christian, Muslim, or Jew, but I respect God, the higher self. I got a concept, I got a philosophy, I practice. Well, I don't care what you call it. I'm just telling you what it is. If I tell you my name is Mark and you call me something else, I'm not answering. Simple. I told you what I go by. I go by name Slipback. Okay, pimp, no, no. Okay, Slipback, no. The whole thing at one time. A pimp named Slick. Some people are serious about their name and how you pronounce it. So again, everybody got their everybody has the right to believe whatever suits their fancy. You are the judge of nobody but yourself. When we start realizing that, we be lot better off worrying about what people doing or ain't doing. You should be doing you. Everybody can tell about everybody else, but when you ask them about them, they get Ralph Cramden, humming, humming, humming. Start with you first. Ain't that what the book said? Start with you first and work your way out. Move. Let's go. But if you in that state of mind, you believe God don't care about you, He don't. Until what? You care about Him. You start putting work in, things will start changing. Because if obviously you ain't putting work in, why? That's why you ain't getting nothing out. If you can't go to the bank and say, I want to take some money out and you ain't putting nothing in, unless you're gonna rob it, and God ain't about to be robbed, so you can't trick Him. Do the right thing. What's this? You either they say God, there's a God, but He doesn't care for me, and you won't give Him, He don't. Or what's this? Or life is for pleasures. That guy right there, that was him. So you got all different kinds of people with their different mentalities, and once you see them in action, you know what their mentality is. I know what his was. pleasures, and I will get mine any way I can. Hook or crook. He didn't care. If he couldn't get you fair, he gonna cheat. No, he get that from. He learned that from that other guy. I will get mine any way I can. And here's the kicker: I don't care about anyone else, or life has no purpose, so I don't care whether I live or die. That's suicidal. But that greed, that ego, I'm gonna get mine, don't care about nobody else. Hands down. I don't know if he knew that, but I didn't know that then. No, I ain't have a clue. But I'm looking, I said, dude, I'm reading these things, right? And as I read and see about the people, I know people like this. Mainly that guy. In certain things, ain't no getting around. Yeah. In some instance, it's that guy. I was that guy. Yeah, simple. So I don't play favorites. No, I just keep it real as I can keep it. Why? I use my life experiences, the people in my life to make my point. I ain't lying or fabricating. I'm just put them in a position. Again, this is all for teaching purposes. Understand that. I don't make up fictitious people. That's my point. I keep it real, even with the people I use, where the hell I'm at. Okay. And if your attitude is, okay, so I don't care about life, you're suicidal. If you care, if life done beat you down so bad where you don't see no way out, and they call this, I don't care whether I live or die, that means you are disillusional and you are empty when it comes to right thinking. That's not right thinking. Aspirants, a spiritual aspirant, right thinker, must learn to think right. AKA, they call it positive thinking. Think positive. Same thing. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. I'm just letting you know. Whatever phrase you use, be able to let people know what it means. That's all. So they say, okay, think positive. Yeah, I say think right. Come moving on. But idea is to keep what? Your mind steady in what? Pleasure and pain by what? Surrendering, excuse me. Keep your mind steady in pleasure and pain. How? By surrendering one's what? Expectations. Right there. That word, when you expect something, you open yourself up for disappointment. Even when you expect it and you get it, you're happy. When you expect it, don't get it, you're sad. They said, don't let that dictate your life. Let's just get a lesson last, let life lesson, last lesson, excuse me. But it's telling you right here. When one's expectations are not met, again, and have positive expectations and desires, these will lead to, you ready? Freedom from negativity and ultimately to the experience of enlightenment. When you get past all the nonsense, when you learn not to expect, you do the things, I call it just doing the right thing, good things will happen for you. And they call it walking with God, walking in God's grace. But it's a concept. If you do it, you reap what you sow. If you putting good out, how you gonna get bad? If the universe works with you, the forces recognize your good work and they reward you for that. In the same token, they recognize your bullshit. Okay, straight out. Why? Because everybody can fool man. Most of the time, sometimes all the time. You can't fool this none of the time. And if you ain't got that part figured out, you already lost. Simple as that. Neither Ross, the White House, tell them what it costs, Ross, because you lost. If you ain't got your mindset right, you can't win. Moving on. Daniela Rivera, you can't win. All right. But all my right thinkers, once you abandon that pleasure seeking nonsense, you arrive to the next level. And what happens? You experience enlightenment. Hello. That's the goal. A positive desire, here we go, is to what? To desire to become what? Pure of heart, makaru. And a positive expectation now is to look forward. When you got that attitude, life, woe was me, you ain't looking forward. You beat yourself down. You don't want to see tomorrow, okay? But when you're doing right, living right, you look forward to what? The experience that you're going to have in your route to what? Discovering God, know thyself. It shouldn't be a hard, arduous journey. Those who fight it, yeah. But those who understand it, it's just, I love the grind. I ain't got no problem with the grind. Putting that work in, I love that. Why? Because the results on the end is so much more rewarding for you. And anybody who did anything will tell you, yeah, but It was rough. It was hard. But man, when I did it, yeah, it felt so good. All y'all know places I know is get up and have a sexual orgasm. You think that's the best thing in the world? That's the least best. All of the stuff right there. Accomplish things for yourself, positive things in your life, help others do good. That you will be rewarded with to or from your higher self. That's what he recognizes. And watch this. These are in accord with what? With the teachings and serve to fulfill the purpose, aka one goals of human being to what? Meet God. Get back to remember thyself. I said know thyself as a study. We don't know who we are. We came here with a blank memory. Okay, that means they took away our memory. So we got to what? Remember ourselves. No matter what you call it, but the idea is to do it. And watch this. Other examples of positive right thinking is positive desires are what? Are those desires to what? Help humanity. I'm here every day. I have no idea. I know why, but I said I don't know why I'm doing this. I have no idea what compels me to do this. But everybody I see who have that made that connection, everybody think they're crazy. I'm no exception. So if you've been thought of as crazy, you're doing something right. Keep doing it. Why? Because God made people see you in different ways. And your family and friends ain't gonna see you but a certain way. So get used to that. All right, moving on. God don't. He ain't your family and friend. He gives you your due. All right, moving on. Where we at? Oh, this is gonna be good. This way gets good. Now, when you got that positive feeling, that desire to do a selfless service and help humanity and nature, I don't kill bugs. Stuff like that. I didn't got this thing got me really messed up. But it's like visit a spiritual center or read spiritual texts. I don't read the Bible. I got all kinds of books. I got all kinds of knowledge. I got all kinds of information that I read that I, get my knowledge from. My buddy, he got one book. I cannot that book. I gotta respect the book. Why? Because of him. When I'm thinking I'm doing something, studying, and get my stuff together. Okay. When I get to God, who do I see? My man. Been cool ever since. Moving on. All right. And he's a teacher in his rights. All right. He's a minister. Nice congregation. Check us out. All right. Where we at? Shameless plug for my dude. I got to get him in there. But here we go. He's a spiritual teacher. And spiritual teachings show the fallacy of what? Ignorant and egoistic, wrong thinking people. How? In the manner in which it showed them how it degrades the mind. They say, get your mind out the gutter. We didn't know what that meant back in the day. See, again, that quick phrase, it means come up here, come higher. When women talking to you, I'm up here. Because everybody looking down here, their mind's in the gutter. That low level thinking, I know now about all that. And as a kid, you don't know what that stuff, man. But yeah, get your mind out the gutter, excuse me. And the mind, it degrades the mind to the extent where what? It will cause people to act callously, selfishly, Hoo, hoo, hoo. And when a person acts in negative ways, he or she is in reality what? Going the wrong way. Because they're going against what? The inner nature. The true nature is to do good. I didn't, I was the person doing good. I thought good was corny. I didn't want no parts of good. Why? I was influenced by bad. I liked it. Most people do. Why? Okay, everybody has a question. Why do good girls like bad guys? Really? That makes no sense. Why? Everybody's the bad guy now. It's something about that bad guy they just mm-hmm, mm-hmm. When I was a bad guy, I had to beat them all. No, I didn't want to be. I took them as they came. Married, it didn't make a difference to me. Relative didn't make. I was like Paul. I was doing them all. I was sworn to fun and loyal to none. I retired. He didn't. Moving on. Just want to let you know. But your higher truth is deep down. See, the higher truth is deep down way inside you. And this act, what's this? This acts as a person, excuse me, this acts as a poison in one's mind and body when what? Manifests in the physical world. Them thoughts, them negative, them perverted thoughts, they okay in your head. learn how to put them out. But if you can't and you act on them, Scooby Doo, rut roll, there's a penalty that comes with that. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I did what I wanted to do. Yeah, okay, yeah. But you got to pay for that. That's what I'm saying. Understand? You can do whatever you want, but there's a price to come with that. That's what I'm trying to get you. And when you manifest those negative thoughts as a physical world, it becomes what? A mental dis-ease. The body is not going to function in that state of mind. And such as what? The agitated, restlessness, argumentative nature. They always got a problem. Oh, and the main one, selfishness, greed, jealousy. Those are all negative qualities that a person who ain't really, doing what they're supposed to do will suffer through. And watch this. When the problem becomes, what's that? Acute, advanced, watch this. Advanced mental and physical diseases will arise. And this is disease that you cause you, watch this. I bet y'all didn't know this. What kind of diseases arise? Schizophrenia, the mind. Dementia, the mind. Delusions, the mind. Hallucinations, the mind. Ulcers, the body. Cancer, also the body. If you bring cancer, everything about it's hereditary. No, the body creates cancer on its own. It's an internal concept. They don't know what caused it. Yeah. Ancients told you these are things that will cause it. Moving on. But they don't believe in holistic concepts, so they don't think the mind controls the body. Now, tell anybody, if you had a wet dream, you can dismiss that nonsense. Why? Because you've been there. My mind made me do something I wasn't physically doing. Moving on. And ultimately, watch this, the affliction of your negativity in your mind, not, no, in your mind leads to what? These diseases of negative karma, and they call that what? Hellish conditions. And that leads to what? Reincarnation. If you're just doing you ain't serving God. He don't know you. You don't know him. So you're going right back here. This is the devil's domain. If you like material stuff, you like money, you like pleasure of the flesh, oh, you need to be here. Why? This is what you're going to get from here. That's all you're going to get. Moving on. Let me wrap it up for you. So Tahuti, which again is your mind, he's the master, right thinker, tells Haru, which is the conscious, okay, he had to help her out in the parable about the two jackals who were spared by the lion. Why? Because they was cool. Because their calmness and their truthfulness. I tell anybody, don't lie, just tell the truth. Don't you want to hear the truth? Nobody wants to be lied to. So just tell the truth. What the hell? I see people just lie for no reason. They're calling it habitual lie. Come on, man. Why you do that? I don't get involved. But I'm like, that makes no sense to me. All right. But back when I was a liar, I would put a little bit of truth in it, like you're supposed to. So that way, you ain't really lying. When you put the truth, you just drop a whole bunch of lies around it. So you hide the truth behind lies. That's old school game. Okay. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can mentally work anything else you want and justify it in your mind. Again, we're working with this now. We're working with this. All right. And all these are things that will get you what? Right back here again. When you enlighten the mind, when was it Tahuti taught her about the parable, the two jackals, and it's teaching you now how the mind can keep the body preserved in situations. Now, as previously discussed, what happened? Calmness. I call it cool, they call it calmness. Same thing. That's cool. Okay? Calm. Same thing. In any important quality, excuse me, calmness is an important quality for what? For all right thinkers. If you ain't cool, if you can't think past the obvious, if you can't hold your water, if you can't maintain in the face of chaos, calamity, adversity, and still hold your water, you ain't the right thinker. Why? Right thinkers know how to deal with those things. That's what we become right thinkers, to do just that. Handle a situation right there. In any movie, the star never freaks out, do it. Jason Statham, he don't never freak out. James Bond, you can see them guys. No, the real stars, they ain't ever gonna flinch. Moving on. But again, calmness is an important quality to exhibit for right thinkers. Why? Because it implies that you're remaining. You ready? You see this balance. Whenever I hear balance, I go right here. Okay. Why? Because it implies remaining balanced. Okay, in what? In the time when there is temptation, calamity, chaos, or when there is disturbance in your environment, immediate environment that you're involved with. How do you handle yourself? That's the difference. And it also means maintaining your cool, aka an equal vision towards what? All things. Not letting one's emotions hold sway when a decision needs to be made. Don't try to pull at my heartstrings. Don't try to rely on, no, don't do none of that. Why? I don't have that for you. I don't have no emotion when it comes to my decision makers and what I got to do, no matter what who you are. Okay, understand that. So what's this? It means that, again, controlling one's emotion. People think I'm cold, I'm heartless. Why? Because I got control of my emotions. I'm not gonna freak out. Man, I'm not doing that. Again, not doing it. That doesn't mean I don't have emotions like anybody else. I cry, I get emotional, I'm happy, I'm sad. I just have control of mine. My goal is to teach you to have control of yours. Everybody ain't got to see your damn emotion like a pair of underwear. Everybody ain't got to see them. Some of y'all don't have none on. Moving on. I don't know why I got that concept. Get out, get out. My mind's in the gutter. See, thoughts like that. We know we do it it creep up. To me, cussing like Tourette. Every now and then, it's just gonna pop up. Why? It's an expression. I am on do it, but sometimes I gotta express myself. So that's why I'm moving on. All right. But it means controlling one's emotions and your desires and not allowing them at any situation, at any given time, to control your life. Your ego is your emotions. If it's running you, ooh, buddy, that road gonna be rough. Let him work for you. That's what they're telling you. He should be working for you. You should not be working for him. I see the clock. I gotta get this in. But it means living in accordance with truth. Simple as that. When truth is your ally and truth is your reason purpose, you ain't got to have no problem. Why? As long as you live in the truth, you good to go. And watch this. Truth and reason. And holding fast to what? To your correct right thinking and action. Even like this, when the mind and even your bodily desires sometimes want something else. In ancient Egypt, Maya philosophy was the queen. Okay, for thousands of years they lived in harmony behind her Maya philosophy. And watch this. This the kicker right here. This practice is referred to as keeping the balance. Tell you, I hear balance, I'm thinking of my yacht, which is they tell you calmness of the mind implies developing equal vision or impartiality, dispassion, detachment. Don't get caught up in nothing emotionally. Deal with it for what it is. If you see a duck, it waddle like a duck, it quack like a duck, and you want it to be some other than duck, that's a you problem, not the ducks. Okay? See it for what it is and deal with it. Regardless of how you feel, no, it is what it is. And this means what? Not being affected by what? The ever changing situations and circumstances of life. Call a spade a spade. If it's a diamond, call it a diamond. But call it what it is. That's what they try to tell you. Well, that's what I don't care. If your man's a cheater, your man's, I'm gonna call it what he is. I got a buddy. I call him out in front. Matter of fact, I told him in front of his wife, "Not you, but I can't deal with him. I don't care." So I couldn't go back to the house no more. I'd been kicked out of a few people out because I had to put them in check with the truth. I can't stand a BS. You can BS, hey, don't BS me. Well, I'm gonna call you out. That's why. See, moving on. Just want to get down to where I come from. But I hate people to lie to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I want you to lie to me. Moving on. If I don't want you to lie to me, why'd I turn around and lie to you? And so I want nobody to lie to me. You know the kind of people? You know? Check the mirror. Moving on. We all have people that I try to explain to you. I ain't calling you out personally, but I'm just telling you that kind of people. If you're that kind of people, you can change. Okay? And it means what? Also, no, whoa. Affected by the change situations. Okay. And by the be they positive or negative, if you keep it you don't care how the outcome is. Okay? It means you're cultivating positive desires and then what? Remaining centered. Find your space and stay there in one's own self. That's meditation. I get that from meditation. And it plays out in real life. You can do it in real life. Neither expecting fulfillment of desires, nor expecting that what they will not be fulfilled. Because I don't care. Moving on. But surrendering to who? To the divine will. That's the right thing. I done surrendered. I done sold out. I'm all in. If you tell me what I'm doing is wrong, you can't do that. Why? I know better. You can't tell me about nothing I'm doing. You can tell me about you. You can't tell me nothing about me. I'm rolling with who I believe in, and I'm being rewarded for that. So you ain't nothing to do with that personally. Okay? I'm just trying to get you to have your experience with him. And when you surrender to the divine, be you Christian, Muslim, or Jew, who knows what is best. I see my people, they Christ conscious, they Christ centered, and they rolling. Okay. It is the art. You remember me? It's an art that remaining neutral in all conditions and knowing that the divine will provide the appropriate results for all actions performed. Excuse me. You reap what you sow. God sees all. He blesses those for what? Good deeds, right? He gives karma to those who don't. Simple as that. Well, how you know? If your actions are not being rewarded with blessing, that's how you know. Moving on. You can't mistake in God's grace. Okay. Wrap it up. I see the cloud. I don't care. But this discipline, okay, my philosophy, it also involves what? Drawing your inner satisfaction from a job well done. Every time I get done here, I feel like I did my job. I feel good about that. And if you're offering up a selfish service, all you want to do is give it up. I don't care if I get 1 view or 1,000 views. Don't make a difference to me. Why? I just put the lesson out. I learned that from my pastor. I preached to one like I preached to 1,000. That's easy to say it. During COVID, but nobody in church but me and him. And this brother was going in. I'm like, dude, don't you know anybody here? But yeah, I got the concept though. He said, no, I do that all the time. And when you're doing what you do, you don't cut corners, you don't short, you just give it. And if it's God sent, why hold back? And he said, he don't take nothing. He give it all to God. I ain't mad at him. And when you get a job well done, that's allowing what? The divine to what? Flow through you. For the betterment of what? All humanity, instead of what? Looking to fulfill your personal selfish desires or receiving a fruit or reward for your labors, that what you have done. We look for a paycheck. Everybody works for something. If I'm doing this, I want that in return. God worked on that premise too, and that's okay, but within reason and understanding. That's all moderation. Again, we need capital to survive, so having a job is a part of the course. And if you got a skill that can make you a lot of money, by all means, get your money. Get your money, boo boo. I don't know. No, I ain't gonna call you that boo boo now, but get your puppy. If that's what he gave it to you for, to use it. TD. Find something that works for you, then you work it. If you can throw a ball hard, fast, go play some baseball. Put that ball in the hole, go play. Again, use the skill that did the time that God gave you. Don't go to crossroads and make a deal with the devil, think he'll make you a better person. That's all just a story. Okay? Now, the discipline of having calmness, maintaining your cool, it means remaining what? Balance. I live my yacht. I stay in the my yacht mode. And why? And remaining balanced when what? When things are going well. It's easy to praise the Lord when everything is good. But as soon as adversity hit, you go to whine and crying and boo-hooing. And watch this. When you're good at what you're doing, it's all good when it's going good. And when they do not seem to be going well. Okay, it can make a difference. But watch this. You knowing that God has everything well in his head and that whatever the outcome may be, y'all say that. God gonna do it. And when someone don't go your way, oh God didn't. That's roller coaster ride. But when you know the outcome may be, you will never lose God. Me and my pastor talk about, I take God there. I'm in Sin City, Atlantic City. I don't gamble. I'm still got God with me. I ain't doing nothing that ain't pleasing to him when I'm in Sin City. Whatever they doing, they got damn thing to do with me. That's being good. But in God, eternity and immortality, he tell you, I'll never leave you to the end of time. That means until this body run out, I ain't going nowhere. Now you can roll with me or roll without me, make a difference to me. And it need to be have understanding that what even if the divine self brings you some situation, and some people, oh, I'm lucky, I'm going to Atlantic City. Not me. No, my luck ain't for that. So watch this. And even though God brings you some situations that appears to be negative, that is the ultimately what for your greater benefit, and it's how you reach spiritual enlightenment. You got to go through some things. God's going to test you. I ask the Lord if me teaching how to get to you was my calling, why I had to go through all that other stuff? No, he said that's how you got the job. I love that. I got to. Sometimes you can't argue. All right, let me wrap it up. Again, a person who has advanced and achieved what total control, mastery of self. We call it calming the mind. And now they can what? They can experience what we call oneness with God. Meditation, good living, the source of peace and bliss is when you made the connection with your higher self. And you'll be able to go to that quiet place what anytime you want. I can sit right here and go right into meditation and don't think about nothing and be right back here and function just fine. That's control over what? My mind. I'm a right thinker. When you can do that, you'll be one too. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'll be back one more time. I got another page and a half to go, so I try to get it in, but I see it's been a lot longer than I thought. So appreciate you doing that, right thinkers. May you all live to be 100. Ooh, me 100 minus the days. I never know that my right thinkers we passed away. I'm gonna take a hit for this one, but I don't care. I thought it was a good lesson. I thought you deserve it. Some people like it.